What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary video. Get this video a big thumbs up if you get some value from this video. It also helps crush that YouTube algorithm. And if you've been watching a couple of videos, hit that subscribe button and come join the family. If you're new, just take a seat and come check me out. So, however, we're going to talk about the breaking news that's shaking up the basketball world. And we're talking about the UConn superstar Paige Bueckers, right? And I'm going to break it down for the simple fact that we got to address the elephant in the room, Paige's injury. If you haven't been keeping up, Paige went down in UConn's game against Villanova, and man, it looked rough, very rough. And at the end of the day, it was just two individuals, playing it out, diving for the ball, typical athlete mindset of going after a live ball, right? And the kind of play that shockingly makes you just go into a whiplash. I don't know if I'm exaggerating, or I should say just hold your breath, but the good part is I got an update for you in regards of it being optimistic, let alone something that we all would love to hear, no matter who it is, because at the end of the day, if you're a good person, you won't want your worst enemy to be hurt, right? So Geno Auriemma himself confirmed it. So stick around because this is a roller coaster in itself. However, I want you guys to see the clip in regards of the injury in itself and the way her knee and ankle twisted and got trampled under the opponent on the Villanova team. And I can imagine the hearts sinking of many fans supporting Paige Bueckers and saw this. But according to Geno, which you guys will see his take on it, it's not as bad as it looked, man. So that's a blessing within itself. But check out the clip in regards to the injury, family, right now.
Whoa. That was not good. That was Bosco diving for the ball.
So I'm going to replay it one more time. I think they're going to play it in slow motion. So this was her hopping off and going, So the good part is she got up, right? But this is the clip one more time of her in the injury. Going after the live ball.
Whoa.
There you guys saw it there. However, Geno Auriemma, this is what he had to say because he called it a lower body sprain. Yep, no tears, nothing crazy, just a sprain. Paige's ankle, fine. Her knee twisted awkwardly, but fine. So Geno even said she could be back in about a week. A week is mind-blowing, right? But that's a good thing, right? It's only a week. For a second, we were all imagining worst-case scenarios, but nah. Paige is a fighter, and she's in great spirits. And I want you guys to see the clip. And, get this. Geno joked like it was Christmas Day at practice without Paige around. No eye rolls, no backseat coaching from the sidelines, just peace and quiet. And you got to love their dynamic, right? It's a good thing. But check out what he had to say in regards to the matter.
KK's on the roll.
It's not the audio on my end, guys. Let's try a different video because I don't like how the audio is playing on that video. So check out what he had to say.
The fear of, do I have to go through something again? That's the initial reaction right away. Then once that's alleviated, then she's great. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking with her yesterday and today, and no, she's great. She's great. She's in great spirits.
MRI?
No MRI was needed. Nope.
She wasn't driving you crazy already from the sideline?
No. We banned her from practice. So she was in the training room, and then she was looking in through the window, and that was it. I was like, for me, it was like Christmas Day, like everybody nodded their head yes when I said something. Nobody rolled their eyes. Nobody, had their own team huddle and told the guys what to do. That was quite different than what I said. She does things to get on my nerves, because she knows it bugs me. So I didn't have to deal with that today.
I remember you said a few years ago that in an effort to protect her, you joked, maybe I'll become the most technical fouls of any coach in the country.
Yeah.
Obviously, you haven't been teed up Adam
No.
Waller often, but
No.
how do you view that and like, you know, the way her
Yeah.
is called and
I think she's officiated different than other people, but I could say that, and probably if I studied frame by frame every film, I would probably say the officials are not as wrong as we think they are. I don't know that she gets the benefit of the doubt like stars are supposed to get, and then you say, well, are stars supposed to get the benefit of the doubt? Shouldn't they be treated like every other kid? But there was a play at the end of the quarter, end of the half, where she was going up for a jump shot, and the ball moved in her hand. So either somebody slapped her or they got a piece of the ball. So, yeah, stuff happens to her, and it's making her stronger.
With KK playing so well off the bench, do you keep her coming off the bench and just put Ash back into the starting lineup?
That's the easiest thing to do. Yeah, you know, that doesn't change. You know, you don't have to totally reinvent yourself. So yeah, that's the easy thing. Yeah.
Geno, I think you said a couple of weeks ago you wondered what you would look like without Paige in there. So you.
I meant like if I didn't play her for a quarter or something, right, what it would look like. I didn't necessarily. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because that was one of the comments she made yesterday. She's like, hey, it's not the end of the world, like some other guys are going to have to get an opportunity to step up and do some things. We talked about that in practice.
Well, that shows Paige character, right? Very team oriented, very down to earth, very realistic when it comes to things, even things that she can't control. It's just part of the game, right? But let me scrub a little bit before you guys heard about the Christmas Day joke.
Benefits are coming out of it.
Let me see.
No, not much is going on. We set a record today on our three-point shooting drill because we got.
Ankle too.
Well, the ankle's fine. The ankle's fine. I think the politically correct thing to say, according to our crack SID, is lower body sprain. If anybody can't see through that, then they're not paying attention. But no, her ankle's fine. Her ankle's fine. I mean, it's sore. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, her knee got twisted a certain way, her ankle got twisted a certain way. It was just an awkward thing. But we're hoping that we have her back in a week.
With everything she's gone through, what goes through your mind when you see her on the ground like that?
The worst. And that's kind of like with everybody. You get, you get shell shocked. I think everybody, whenever any of our players, something happens that looks a little bit awkward, that looks a little bit out of the ordinary, the immediate response is, I hope it's not what it looks like, and knock on wood.
Geno, you viewed the play as just kind of a happenstance in basketball. I think you called it a basketball play.
Yeah, I mean, God bless them. I mean, you can't explain it sometimes. One kid's trying to get the ball, the other kid wants the ball. One kid dives to go get the ball, the other one's already. It just sometimes but it's in the heat of the moment. So if you look back at it, and you probably watched the video, you would go, who had the best access to that ball? But kids are kids, and they want to win and they want to play hard, and so I from what I could see, I didn't see anything other than a basketball play.
How did Paige react to that? It wasn't worst case scenario.
Oh, I mean, obviously you can imagine. I think she pissed more than anything about having to to miss any time at all. And the thing that happens, I think, to a lot of athletes is when they've been through something in the past, is the fear of, do I have to go through something again? That's the initial reaction right away. Then once that's alleviated, then she's great. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking with her yesterday.
All right, guys. So you heard that already. But let's talk about it. Paige is projected the number 1 pick in the 2025 WNBA draft. And right now, the Dallas Wings hold that pick. A lot of folks think Paige doesn't want to go to Dallas. But hey, it's a league, right? At the end of the day, what comes with it is let alone the value that the player has in regards of how valuable it would be for a team. And it's part of a business that essentially is the league, the WNBA, right? Common sense. So at the end of the day, still, this injury might make teams take a closer look, or will it? Right? That's the real question. What you guys think? I think she will still be projected the number 1 pick. I don't think it changes anything. Her work speaks for itself, let alone the value is self-explanatory from the results in regards of her actions and which took place and how essential she is. Because if you're going to pick a number 1 pick, you want to make sure they're essential and valuable to a team and to the team who has the number 1 pick, because that's usually the standard with hype around the number 1 pick, but not necessarily worrying about the hype. It's the value that's preserved that's most important, which she's only out for a week, right? But what do you guys think, right? Could this injury shake up the draft rankings, or is Paige so good that she locks at number 1 or no matter what? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. And before we wrap this up, let me just say, Paige Bueckers is a special person. It's just a little bump in the road that won't stop her. She's coming back stronger than ever. And you can tell she's a strong individual with good spirits. Let the love supersede the hate, family. Spread the peace, love, and positivity. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, peace.